I had a mental break. I think Jesus kind of opened my mind up more spiritually that I could not handle.
Right.
Which made me feel worse than I've ever felt in the past.
Okay.
Feeling like I wasn't good enough. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. Are you trying to kill me? Who's trying to kill me?
Yeah.
What is really going on? Are you really taking care of yourself? Why are you talking to the TV?
Yeah.
Why is the TV talking to you? Why do you feel like everything around you is way bigger than what it is? Like my mind was split open. And I realized that there's more out here than just the flesh and bones. The spirits is out here to make sure you don't get to where you need to get to. And I entered that realm the beginning of this year and almost took myself out of here, not being able to handle it.
Wow. So what was the
Yeah.
Ooh.
I know.
What was the force that said, no, sir, this is not the move?
Okay. Okay. So, all I knew that there was a piece of material in my mouth.
Okay.
And it was like, yeah, nobody's going to care if you're gone. Nobody's going to, and life is going to continue to go on the way it always does. So you not being that light in this world anymore is really not going to matter anymore, like to anybody else. Like all the situations that you've been through, all the people that you've come across, all the dating you've done, all the relationships you've been in, like all of those things, it's really not going to matter. Whatever you've been holding on to, let it go. Let it go.
Yeah.
And it was like right here that I start to cry. And I just sat it down. And it was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? You're doing this, and you got this going on, and you've done this show, so you're not doing nothing. You have people that's here that's actually trying to support you, and yet you're not reaching out to them. What is the whole point? And I so happened to just look up because I'm an outside guy. I love the trees and the bugs and the animals. I love nature. I looked up at the stars, and it was just one bright little star. And I was just looking at it, and I was just like, I'm not gonna kill myself. But I know I'm gonna die one day. And if I have to struggle the rest of my life, at least I'll know that he tried to walk with me.
Yeah.
And he gave me a sign to know that he will always be with me. That's why I look up at the stars and I look up at the clouds and I feel the way I feel all the time because my spirit is open to the planet, the universe, the everything.
You feel one with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
How could I not?
Yeah.
Like, why would you even try to do this? Why would you even let this spirit, this demon, this devil, this whatever, really change your mind or try your faith to feel like you shouldn't belong here anymore?
Right.
Wow. I've gotten to the point where I don't fear death.
Yeah.
Which is why I was able to do it. because that could have been one of the ways of the million possibilities that I would have been out of here.
Yeah.
And it just would have been by my hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
But not by my hand.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel you. Bro, I feel like you're talking to me again because I was there.
Yeah.
It's like we know that feeling. It's like I've had that same thought. If you go, who the hell gonna miss you? Ain't nobody gonna give a damn that you gone. Life is gonna continue to persist. And I'm like, okay. But then, same thing with me. The first attempt, I tried to drug it away. I literally took a combination of all kinds of drugs, right? I just took them. And I woke the fuck up. And I was like, why am I awake? I'm like, I'm not supposed to be awake. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, the second time it didn't happen, and I'm like, okay, how can I sit here and disrespect God who gave me life, right? You gave me the gift of life, and here I am selfish enough to remove myself out of the equation because I don't like the path that's given to me right now. Do you realize that God, if everything was so easy, this road of life would be so smooth if everything was handed to you, and you don't appreciate the journey at that point. It's like, damn, I got everything handed to me. It's so much fulfilling at the end when you can go back and share your journey. And you are so brave for doing that, bro. Because as men, we don't like to talk about shit like this. We have to hold it in because our macho says, hey, we got to hold it in.
But I'm tired of that.
And you should not have to hold it in. That's why I advocate for us to talk like this, bro. Like, we should be able to talk like this and not be judged for this shit, bro.
Right.
I always encourage somebody, don't ever feel any way about expressing your emotion. Men, especially men, do not ever feel like you have to sit there and bottle all of that shit in because it is not healthy for your mental and it's definitely not healthy for your physical. It's not.
It's not, because that's when, that is so true. Because like, your bones start to ache, your like muscles start to hurt that ain't never hurt before. You cracking and you twisting, and your eyes, and you got migraines. Like you are causing effects to yourself that could be damaging for the rest of your future.
Yeah.
Because your mood and your emotions and it does weigh on the flesh because it's just flesh.
Yeah, it's draining. My indication when I started having heart problems, my chest would literally cave in like something was squeezing it. And I would feel, the pain was so sharp, bro, I can't even describe it. It was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm not finna do this. Nope, I can't, bro, I gotta release some of this.
Yeah. And
that was the day I decided, okay, I work for a medical organization. Let me enlist in these therapy sessions that they're giving me. That's at my access. Let me go ahead and start using them, bro. Because as a PK, you know the first thing our parents or whoever's going to tell us, okay, go pray about it.
Pray about it.
Go pray about it. Okay, I understand that. I get it. However, God is a spirit. He's with me. Yes, true. But I need some vessels down here. God can give all these people these brains to be therapists and psychoanalysts. I need somebody I can talk to to spew this shit out.
I can continue to pray and get it out and talk to the spirit. But he takes his time.
Yeah. It's not what we want that shit, bro.
It's not what we want it. It's not how we receive it. He'll send you a dream 2, 3, 4 months later.
Right.
He'll send you a sign years later that shows you what could have been, should have been, would have been, all the way back here when you was trying to decide to figure out what actual life was about.
And you sit here like, oh, okay, now it makes sense.
Yeah.
Bro.
But I'm tired. That's what makes me question my faith sometimes, because I'm so tired.
I think we all question it though. Because we have to rely heavily on this.
Yes.
Because this is how I know it's heavy for you because this is how you was raised. God said, God is, God be all God, God do this, right? And when we are in the flesh and we sitting here saying, for example, if I say, okay, Lord, you know my situation, Lord God, I need a job. I'm going to pray for this job and I'm going to pray for financial stability. and then I go do nothing about it. I'd have prayed because my mama said pray for it. I'd have prayed. Faith without works is dead. I still got to get on my ass and go work to try to find it.
And that's the woo! Because I'm not close to my family no more. I'm like 3-4 states, 600, 700 miles away, to where I literally have to fend for myself every day and night to keep going, to make sure bills is paid, to make sure I can get around, to make sure I can eat, to make sure I feel like my best self.
But guess what? There's nothing wrong with that. Let me tell you why. When I moved to Georgia, I left my entire family back there. So I'm 3 states over from my family too. And the reason why I did it, I chose to move. Like you kind of spontaneously did yours. I contemplated mine because I'm an only child. So literally I had everything handed to me, right? But I was like, I can't keep living like this as a man, right? I have to get off my ass and get away from you. So I was supposed to move to Houston. That didn't work out. Right? Because Hurricane Katrina happened. That didn't happen for me. Whew. So I was like, okay, well, maybe there was a sign saying stay here, right? Remember when I said earlier that everything that God has his hands in, it flows magically like this? Mm-hmm. When I came here, job decided to move me, transfer is in place, stipend was ready, U-Haul, everything. It was a smooth, I was like, okay, I'm supposed to be in Georgia for whatever reason. Then I get here, and I'm like, okay, now I got to start over. I know not one soul. I don't know how to get around. Now, I'm going to show you how old I am. This is when MapQuest was around, champ. I had to print out directions.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. So, like.
You had just a line of bar, make a left, make a right.
No talking, no sitting, nobody. Woo! So I'm sitting here like, okay, all right, I don't know nobody.
In your car, like.
So I'm sitting here like, trying to flip. That's me. I know nobody. I'm like, okay, why the hell would I leave people I knew to come down here to start fresh? It had to be done. Yeah. Now, my plan was 3 years. I said, I'm giving myself 3 years just to say I did it. I was out there on myself. I was an adult. I was able to handle my own affairs, right? 3 years that turned into 16. Mm-hmm. I'm here for something.
And I didn't think I was going to be here that long.
See what I'm saying? But it's not what we wanted. It's not what we wanted, bro. Like, if I didn't stay here, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you.
True.
You get what I'm saying? Like, things that we've done, if we left on our plan, you probably wouldn't have been half the shit we on film.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So give yourself grace. Give yourself grace. And just breathe. And just like, okay, I can't fix this. I can't go back and fix this. This is done.
Or a lot of things that don't happen.
This is done. We got to live here, but we got to live now. But we can't go back here. We can trigger it. We can think about it. We can put ourselves to that torture and think about it. You know how many times I think about before I got in a space where I can handle it, how many times I thought about the niggas that molested and raped me?
Ooh, that's what I was just thinking about.
You know how many
times? In the same moment right now.
You know how many times I think about that shit, bro?
Yeah,
like, you know how many times you know how many, I'm gonna let you go, but you know how many times I think about the role that shit did to me? Like, you done took away my manhood, right? You took away from, I didn't ask you to do that. You did that to me as a child. Okay? Then I'm on now you started off a train of all kinds of confusion. You did that to me, bro. I didn't ask you to do that. And you know how I feel.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Because there's a lot of things that, this is what I be hating because I try not to cry.
It's okay, man. Let that shit go.
It's a lot of things that my mom don't know or like my family don't know that I actually dealt with because I didn't know exactly what it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was touched.
Yeah.
And I didn't know at the time because friend of the church, friend of the family,
Yeah.
whatever the case may be, got me high
Okay.
for the first, like, ever for the first time. I think I was maybe 12, maybe 13,
Okay.
12, 13. And all I could really do was just kind of like lay.
Yeah, because you was incoherent.
And when I got up and I walked, you know, back to where I was supposed to be, I was like, what is going, okay, yeah, okay, you're whispering in my ear, you're telling me all these things you did. So maybe my mental used that as like a crutch or as like a level where I allow guys to make me feel good in that type of way.
Mm-hmm.
That fucks with my mental. That's like a pattern.
Yeah. It's a trigger.
Yes, and it is just like I can't expect to find this type of person that I want if I'm still there. And not only do I gotta think about that, pretty hurts. So it's kind of like, yeah, you might be da 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 da, but again, these niggas out here want that moment. And if I'm looking at you like my shoulda, coulda, woulda been, and you looking at me as the breeze of the air that goes by, that traumatizes me.
It takes you back, bro.
Because
You'll never
here
break the
again,
cycle.
I'm getting used. Here again, I'm back in the spot to where
You'll never break the cycle, bro.
And I never knew that hurted me so much because it was kind of like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm too young to realize I was sheltered, but if it happened with church people, what is church?
And that's your safe space.
And if church dogged my family out, what really is church? Like,
questions everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
My literal whole existence, and that I feel like that was another reason why I was, again, not running. I was trying to find my own path, and I came here.
Yeah.
But I didn't really leave anything. I just moved it.
You shifted. You shifted.
Yeah.
Yeah. You haven't worked out your shit.
And that's not fair.
Yeah.
Because now I'm 31 years old, worried about teenage shit.
But don't look at it as a bad thing.
I feel like it's a bad thing.
It's bad because it happened, right? But don't look at yourself as any type of way that you haven't fixed it yet, right? You have realized now that you are in a space where you want to repair this shit, right? So you can move on and love yourself wholeheartedly at this point, right? So you just need to do what you got to do to take the necessary steps. If you have to have a conversation, you have the damn conversation. But you make sure you're ready to have the conversation. You know what I'm saying? You have to make sure that you are ready to do the things to do to get yourself fixed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But since I always hold stuff in, that's a problem because I never get to say the things that I want to say or do the things that I want to do.
What is stopping you from doing that?
Because I care about everybody's damn feelings.
You cannot care about everybody's feelings.
But that
you can't, bro. Listen to me.
It's like I don't want to disrespect. I don't want to disrespect anybody's livelihood or make them question their existence or make them question or how they treated me or how they act amongst themselves or amongst their people. If I was to literally say how I feel on a daily basis to get it out of my head, most people probably wouldn't like me.
Okay. And what does that have to do with your mental health and making you feel like a better person?
Because I'm a people person.
Okay. So was I.
So how does that benefit me?
Listen. Okay. I'll be honest with you. So my mom just found out recently that I was molested, right? At this age.
Mm.
Now, this happened to me when I was 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That many years. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I didn't tell her. She found out because I was venting on social media.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't a negative vent. It was more so when I got this platform, I said if I'm going to do this, I have to be open and candid, especially as a black man, right? So I got on there and I said, I'm a survivor of sexual abuse. It didn't shake me. It didn't tort me. Yes, it tortured me for a minute, but I'm an overcomer. That's what my whole post was about, right? My mom saw it. Now, normally I don't let her follow me on media because my mom is one of the moms who like to engage and stuff like that. So she read it and then she called. And I was like, oh shit, I know what this call is about. What happened? Who was it? She wanted to know the whole thing.
I don't
right?
want to have those conversations.
I know, and it's hard, right? I said, Mom, this is not a conversation I need to have with you over the phone. The next time I'm in Louisiana, we'll have it. I had to build myself up to have that conversation. And it wasn't in a disrespectful manner. It wasn't in a sad manner. It was like, okay, Mom, this is what happened. From the age of such and such, this is what happened. I didn't tell her who it was with because I felt like it would be conflict, but I did tell her what happened because my mom will literally shut people. But I was like, this is what happened. I questioned it. I asked God, why me? Why would you do that to a child? Why? Why would you even do that? I told her what happened. We talked about it. And my fear was, like you just said earlier, I didn't want her to think that she was less than a parent. I didn't want her to think, oh my God, I wasn't there for my child. But it wasn't her fault. It wasn't her fault. So I had to say, no, don't think that you're less than.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not their fault. And if your parents love you, because they do, they're not going to tell me they don't. They do. Yeah. You, as a 31-year-old man, can go to your parents and have an adult sit down. Yeah. Mom, Dad, I'm not okay. This is why. I need to get this off my chest. They're not going to look at you any different. If anything, the support is going to come tenfold. Especially being people in the church. You know what I'm saying? Damn, I didn't know. My child can't come to me and talk. They may feel that. Damn, Kurtis, why you couldn't come to me and tell me? Especially your mom.
Yeah, it's kind of, my mom is a very touchy subject as well. Yeah. Because she worked multiple jobs to take care of 4 kids. Yeah. And I already had made her, at a young age, feel like I was the middle child. Mm-hmm. So, my oldest sister is the firstborn, so everybody, treated, my oldest sister, she was that girl. Yeah. So my older brother was the first boy, and my mom really loved, his dad, everything. And then I came, and then my little sister came, so she's the baby, she's the spoiled one. So, and I used to question myself even in school, and I stayed in books. Yeah. I was a teacher's pet. I stayed at school. I stayed doing tests. I stayed with my grades. I did all the things that I was supposed to do as the independent child, because I made her feel like I wasn't getting as much attention as I supposed to. Yeah. And I remember one time I wrote a letter that I was going to run away, and I ended up hiding in my sister's closet. But in the closet, there's like this little extra space on the left side, to where if you put your coats or something right here, you wouldn't be able to see me. So I ended up being there. I ended up falling asleep in there. So it was like a whole day of going crazy. And I think at that point I made her feel kind of, like, what am I doing? And I never wanted her. I never want her to feel that way because I always looked up to her as like
she's that girl.
That yeah. Like I would be just like you if I was the one. You know what I'm saying? Like I would want to see you be great and all those things. And I ended up getting a job and we ended up getting like this.
Yeah.
And we've been like this ever since. So like it's for me to even try to go back and tell her something like that. I wouldn't even know how she would cope.
I don't think she's gonna look at you any different though. You're her baby, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It may not be the smallest one, but you're still hers. You know what I'm saying? Give your mom some credit.
Yeah.
Give her some credit, bro. She's not finna sit there and be like, okay, now why you just telling me this? No. She's probably gonna want to know what she can do to help you, bro.
Yeah, or take some things in her own account that I don't want to see happen.
Yeah, but here's the thing, and I'm not trying to press you by any means. I think you should really consider having a conversation with her, but do it in person. Don't have a phone conversation. Maybe you can do a FaceTime, but I think she needs to know. And I'm not a therapist by all means. I think she needs to know how you feel because guess what? Clearly, this still bothers you. You gotta release that stuff, bro. You gotta release that stuff, bro. Because it's gonna make you a better person at the end and it gives your mom a new perspective. I have a child that literally can come and talk to me about anything. That's how she's probably gonna feel. Like, my child can come to me. I think most parents want us to talk to them. You know what I'm saying? You know your parents more than me. I don't know the whole story, but I feel like you guys should have an adult conversation. You're old enough to have that conversation. And you're old enough to release that. You got to release that, bro.
Yeah.
You have to release that. Because when you and I have conversations, my heart goes out because I can hear you struggling with the voices and trying to figure out things. I don't like that because I know I see the bigger you. Like, I'm the person looking out. You know what I'm saying? Before I met you, I was a fan. And I'm sitting here now like, oh, I'm in the room with this guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in the room with him. And I can see that you love people. Your spirit is extremely humble. You definitely love people because you was so receptive when I walked in the room. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, okay. You don't expect that from people in Georgia. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, because it's a melting pot. But so welcoming, heart is pure, spirit is amazing, your energy is infectious. I think this is going to help you exceed in your career as well. Because God is not going to give us that glory, that shine of light that we need until we fix what we got. It's just like me trying to win the lottery, right? I want $1 billion. God knows He gave me $1 billion right now. I'm gonna F over that money so bad, bro. I ain't gonna invest it. I ain't gonna do nothing with it, right? So just like you, as an actor, okay, yeah, my boy got talent. I know he got. I gave it to him. I gave him the gift of talent, right? But I'm not gonna give him Netflix. I'm not gonna give him full silver screen till I know he can handle what's gonna come with it.
And that's what I'm literally dealing with right now.
Yeah. You're not gonna be able to handle it because if you're one of those superstars that come out, you start reading comments, it's gonna put you in a place where you're like, I can't even do it. Think about some of these actresses and actors that did that before. They let the opinion.
I see myself pop.
No, we're not gonna see that.
No, okay, you're right.
We're not doing that, bro. We're not doing that.
You're right.
We're not doing that, bro, because you're gonna fix it, bro. We're not doing that. Look at me, man. You're not doing that, bro. You're not doing that.
Yeah.
You are gonna be something amazing. We all gonna watch it, and you're gonna put yourself in the middle space where your favorite artist don't even read the comments. One of them ladies you just said earlier. She don't even read it. You think if that lady sat there and read all of the negative stuff people said, oh, they praise her like God. I mean, you think that'll probably get on her nerves.
Yeah.
But she has so much love for herself and she's there. You have to get there. And I think once you start having the necessary conversations, once you have your therapy, once you get out of that big dog you got.
Right. Once
You
I
will be
get out of the
good.
lust,
Yeah, unless it's gonna happen because we're men. That's what happens, bro. We're men. That's part of nature. Now you have to be able to fix that yourself. You know
Yeah, I
what
could. I gotta don't.
You gotta know. But no, like I love that you have expressed so much bravery tonight, and I love that you see what needs to be done. I know that you know what needs to be done. The question becomes, do you want to execute and open up that door to fix these things, or do you want to keep being the same individual you are? That's my question to you.
That's a good question. It's my fighting question.
Yeah. Do you want to fix it, or do you want to stay complacent?
I feel like once I do figure out or even decide, I gave God yes.
Okay.
But I have to get to the yes, right?
It starts with you.
Right. And once I do that, I notice that I have to, again, let a lot of things go.
Well, it's like an onion. You can shed one piece at a time.
That's niggas. That's like possibly want a relationship. As you know, you said don't give up the idea of it.
You can
I'm
still
never
have the
going.
idea.
I'm not gonna give it up.
There you go.
But not now.
Yeah, it's not you're not in the space forward.
I have to actually say what's on my heart. Say what's in my mind. Say the things that makes everybody else uncomfortable.
He's saying it.
But that's the hardest part for me, staying in that uncomfortable spot.
You got to get out. I hate to be rude and say fuck everybody's opinion, but at the same time, you cannot fix yourself until you're hard. It's hard. Cause I was the yes guy, bro. Listen,
yeah, that's why I feel like I'm always a yes guy.
Yeah, how about not? No.
Cause if somebody like friends call, I need you to do this. I need you to.
I ain't gonna be able to do
it.
Yeah. No.
Like, I'll try to make time. And
get somebody else to do
it. You wanna yeah. I'm not really doing anything at the moment, or like, if we all having a conversation and everybody wants to get my intake or my detail about what I say or how I feel, because I try to be honest about everything that I do at all times. It's like, are you using that against me, or are you using that actually to incorporate what you're doing?
Yeah.
Because I feel like sometimes people just do that to either keep me around,
yeah,
or hold that against me at some point in time where it needs to come out.
Yeah.
Or where you can use it against me.
Yeah. Well, you have to be mindful of what you share. You have to be mindful of those things. It's not easy.
I just share what I feel.
Yeah, and you should be able to speak how you feel. Of course, respectfully, of course. But I promise you, the day that you realize that, I'll get somebody else to do it, I'm not interested, I'm okay. No, because that's my word now. No, I'm okay.
No ham, no cheese, no
I'm good. Bruh, it made me feel so much better, bro. You're not finna make me do nothing I don't want to do at all. So if I love you enough to do it, okay, yeah, that's fine. You're not finna shelter my opinion. You're not finna hold me back from speaking my mind. And I'm gonna do it respectfully, of course. You're not finna sit here and tell me I can't have conversations. I need to have conversations with you. We're gonna sit down like adults and we're gonna have the conversation. It may not go the way you want, it may not go the way that I want, but some closure will be there. And that's how I know how God removed people from my space that don't need to be there. Yeah. If we cool like that and we have a disagreement, and the disagreement may have a little escalation in voice. Okay, Kurt, I don't like what you did, blah, 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 blah. If we come to the realization that it's going to be cool.
And that's where I somewhere
everybody can receive it.
Yes.
Everybody can receive it.
If you go high, but I have to hold back of not trying to take that energy in, because I done took it in.
Right.
And now I'm realizing you got some built up animosity.
Right.
So I'm going to
React.
go a little overboard to
Yeah.
make you realize that you need to calm down.
But that's the thing. When I'm saying it's good to have these conversations, but you both have to be in a space to receive it. Because if I'm coming at you on 120, you ain't gonna want to hear shit I'm saying. You're going to automatic defense mechanism at that point.
Yes.
So if we sit down like you and I sitting down here like grown ass men, and I say, Kurtis, when we was on set, I didn't like the way you handled such and such. I don't know if I did something wrong to you, but can we just? You're gonna be like, okay, you're more receptive. Mm-hmm. If I come to you like, nigga, I don't like you, like, hey, take that bass out, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like but both parties or whomever have to be respectful or hide the information that's given in response.
I do bust heads.
Right. So you have to, again, that's why you have to be mindful of who you share your stuff with, who is in your space, and who you know you can have adult conversations with. Like the conversation I feel like you and your mom should have, it's going to be so mellow and so full of love that you're going to be able to handle it and just release. That's how I feel like it's going to go when it happens. Because I feel like in my heart, that's going to happen. I was just told that. I feel like that's going to happen. And it's going to be so relief for you, and it's going to be so, like Tony said, you can breathe again. You're going to be like, damn. Or Whitney, like, let's exhale. You're going to be able to exhale, bro. And then you're going to start seeing stuff. Like, especially when I feel like when you're getting your therapy sessions, you're going to start seeing, your brain is going to shift, bro. It's like, okay, here's the tools that she gave me. Here she gave me, whoever you select. I can apply these in my everyday life. And I don't have to worry about this. Now, is it going to be easy? Hell no. Hell no. But I know because of your character and you like to talk, you're going to fit in good with the therapist. Because you're going to go there with a clean heart, open, say, okay, like, this is what it is.
Yeah.
I already know. That's because how you are. And you're not one of those. I was one of the ones reluctant. When I signed up, we sat there for 20 minutes and I didn't say nothing.
No.
But I can see you like, okay, all right, you ready, Doc? Let's go. This is what it is. I need you to help me fix this, this, and this. Which is cool. And don't be ashamed to do that, bro. Because we only get one of us. It's only us. We only get one of us. This spirit is going to move on. This body
I know,
going to be...
and I'd rather... I don't know if we're going to have another lifetime. I don't know if I want to do something before I croak over.
Yes.
And I'm like...
You still a baby too, bro. 31.
No, but yeah, I'm still a baby. I'm still young. But again, I have dreams and I do things to where I can die at any time.
Right.
I can just like...
Don't you want to fulfill these dreams?
Yes,
okay.
Even though some of them might scare the shit out of me.
That's okay.
Like...
That's okay. You want to live these dreams, bro? Guess what you got to do? You got to fix yourself. You can't keep holding that shit in, bro. Like you said, we can leave out this studio today and get plopped by a Mack truck.
Right.
And I'm like, damn, here lies G. This nigga ain't do nothing he wanted to do.
Right.
Because he was so worried about the next person.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Yeah, we can't do that to ourselves. Listen.
I don't feel that way.
Listen. Tonight has been amazing. I feel so good about what has happened. What are your takeaways from what you have felt like you kind of got out on the table tonight? And again, this is all at his own free will. He wanted to speak about these things, so we're here. What happened? What would you tell your mom right now? Because I'm sure she'll see this once it's out, right? Then you're going to have the conversation, right? So, being that the people see this, right, what are your takeaways from this little, I don't want to say session because I'm definitely not a therapist. Oh, this little powwow, you know what I'm saying? What are your takeaways? Shoot. I like that. What do you take away from us shooting the shit today?
Man, for me, it's time to grow the fuck up.
You heard it right here, America. I love when people know when they see it, they can realize it. They know what they need to do.
For my mom, I'm sorry. Things hasn't always been as easy for me as you think. Because because I've been her strong, responsible child for a long time. And I wish I could have maybe talked to you about things a little bit more. But I'm proud of the woman you became, and I'm proud of the man that you have birthed to this day. And I know things are going to get better later.
But we gonna start now.
As far as the world and everybody else, watch the hell out. Cause I feel in my heart and my soul I'm coming. And it's only a matter of time before no one can touch me. No one can faze me. And that's, I'm ready to get to that point, even though it's not here yet. But I'm ready to get to that point because when I accept myself, I start to live, and I'm going to live.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You heard it.
Yeah.
He's going to be untouchable and unstoppable.
Yeah. So it's...
So when you feel like you know things about yourself that you think you're so confident in knowing you may not know, I need you to take a look at yourselves and probably deal with your backstory the best way that you know how.
Yeah.
Because it is vital to who you become as an individual. When we take that stuff and carry it with us and we hold it on our hearts for so long, and then we get to an age where we're battling past traumas and we have not figured it out, it will take a toll on you. Trust me, I'm a living being, a living superior being, and so is this young man. He just expressed a lot of stuff that he has not dealt with yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if y'all took anything away from this, just remember to love yourselves the best way that you know how. Again, everybody doesn't deserve you as an individual. Make sure you love yourself wholeheartedly first. Then you can start issuing out the love for others. What I took away from this today was, don't be afraid to have conversations with people. Don't be afraid to use your voice. If you don't feel comfortable with something, just don't do it. You don't have to be a yes man. I was a yes man. He's a yes man, but he gonna break out that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because we have to protect ourselves first.
Yeah.
We gotta protect ourselves first, bro. Ain't nobody gonna do it but us. I wanna thank Kurtis Dijon for being here today. I love the fact that you trusted me enough and trusted us enough to have this dialogue. And as a strong black man that you are, you gonna get through it, you gonna see above it, and you're gonna be untouchable, just like you said. But once you start taking the steps, is it gonna be hard? Yep. Mm-hmm. It's not gonna be an easy ride. I'm still learning. You got a whole life ahead of you. So when I'm watching this fool on TV and the movies and stuff, listen, I'm gonna go back and be like, oh, I knew him. Now he might not know who the hell I am no more, but I know who he is. You know what I'm saying?
No,
I love
that.
it.
Never that.
No, I love that. But thank you so much. This is amazing. I can't wait for everybody to see it. So please make sure you like, subscribe, comment, turn on the notification bell. Anything you need to say to us, please put it down there. Tell these people where they can see your magical career and see where they can follow you and all that good stuff.
I am on Instagram at Kurtis Dijon, KurtisDejon. I'm on Facebook. Soon, hopefully, I'm gonna break out into this social media thing because I feel like this right here is a nice pivotal moment for me to actually just again shoot the shit.
Yeah.
And once I master exactly all of those little technical things, you're gonna see a lot more of me.
Remember the face.
Yeah, a lot more of me. Just stay tuned, stay blessed. I'll see y'all. I love y'all. I'm here in Atlanta till I'm not.
He ain't going nowhere right now though.
Till I'm not. And yeah, I love y'all. That's pretty much.
Well, we love you too. I love you, brother.
Yeah.
I love you to the moon and back. We gonna make this thing work. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. Let that shit go. Don't be afraid to express your emotions, my guy. You feel me? It's okay. And we going to the smash room and smash this
Oh man, I can't
Okay.
wait to get there. I promise you.
shit. We try to find a smash room to destroy
the
some
release
shit.
that I need from that is I feel like I'm gonna be nice and refreshed.
Yeah, so I told my boy we gonna go to a smash room and let him test some shit out. You know what I'm saying? Get some of that shit out. You know what I'm saying? That's the lustful shit. That's the shit in his head. You know what I'm saying? All that shit. He get to smash it down. So that's what we gonna do. You know what I'm saying? But again, I thank you so much for being here tonight. I can't wait to watch this back. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully we can touch some people.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm hoping so too. That's the mission.
Yeah.
'Cause if I don't do anything else in life, I can at least reach and have some understanding or some comparison or some relief for somebody else to at least be like, okay, I understand him. I know where he's coming from.
Yeah.
Whether it's suicide.
Yeah.
Whether like we all are in this together.
Yeah. When is together,
No High
bro?
School Musical.
No.
But so yeah, I just everybody stay strong because
Yes.
it does get greater later.
It gets greater later, baby. Take care of yourselves and each other until next time for this special episode of Candid Conversations. We shot the shit, my guy.
Yeah, we did.
We did.
Yeah.
We out. Out of this thing.